Hello, this is James, and no, you're not seeing Dark Souls 3 footage, you're seeing good old Red Alert 3 footage, because I had an urge to play it again recently, so now you get to watch me play that. But we're not here to talk about Command & Conquer, although that might come up later. We're here to talk about E3, and what I'm going to do videos on, and what I think or hope will happen. So, according to Eurogamer, the conferences are going to be spread out over a number of days. Usually they all take place within one evening, but no, it's going to be starting from the 11th of June with Bethesda and ending on the 13th with Nintendo. Now, I decided I'm going to do a video only on Sony and Microsoft conferences because they're the ones I really care the most about, and it just takes too long to do all of them. And EA especially, I don't really care that much about. They're always the most predictable. It's always just sports games and Battlefield and whatever their other franchises are. Although having said that, I'm still holding out for an announcement of a new Command & Conquer game. That's the only thing I'm really interested in. Probably very unlikely, but I'm still hoping. So yeah, I might do a video if that happens, or if anything else really sticks out at me, but Sony and Microsoft are the only ones that are going to do a full video on. And you can expect them done by the 14th, maybe the 15th, I don't know how long they will take. So, what I think is going to happen? To be honest, although I say Sony and Microsoft are the ones I'm most interested in, but with the mid-console cycle refreshes, they'll probably be the focus for both conferences. Well, undoubtedly with Microsoft and Scorpio, but we'll get to that later. And I'm not planning on getting on either, console refreshes. So it's going to be hard to get excited because I'm going to be talking about things that I won't really get to experience. But yeah, that's on me. So yeah, let's start with Sony. Actually, another reason hard to get excited is I'm starting to get worried I'll get overwhelmed. I find it hard to play PS4 games as it is, and I'm currently playing through Final Fantasy 15, and I'm on the second playthrough of Bloodborne, which are very long games, and I'm yet to play Horizon Zero Dawn, which I haven't even bought yet, so I really need to get through all that first before I can get excited for what's coming. Anyway, onto the games. I really hope we see some gameplay of Death Stranding. Though I think we did last year, or no, was it last? No, last E3 was the reveal. I think it was probably Gamescom or the Game Awards we saw some gameplay, but it wasn't really much. I really hope we see some more, see what we're actually doing for most of the game, and generally more of what it's all about. Now, being Hideo Kojima, I'm sorry it's going to be mad and thought-provoking and a really good story. Yeah, I really can't wait for this game. I hope to see some more of the Uncharted 4 DLC, hopes to see some more gameplay, probably same old really, know what to expect when it comes to Uncharted these days, but still be good to see. Last of Us Part 2, hope to see some gameplay of that. To be honest, I don't really need to see much more of that to get excited for that. I'm pretty excited for The Last of Us Part 2, and yeah, I kind of hope it'll all be new, really. Don't really feel like I need to see more. And the same with Detroit Become Human. Again, I'm excited enough for that game, and since David Cage's games are always strong on the narrative, I don't feel like I need to see any more footage. But hopefully you'll have a release date. That would be good. Now, also there's Dreams. As far as I'm aware, there hasn't been any more news of this game since it was shown, I think, in 2015. I thought it looked really interesting, so I hope it's still alive and we'll get more info on that. And lastly, I hope you'll get a Final Fantasy VII Remake release date. Again, I don't feel like I need to see any more footage on this, I just know I want it, and I want it now. So, on to Microsoft. Now, it goes without saying that we're all hoping for more details on the Scorpio, which will probably be what the majority of their conference will be about. And so we'll mainly want to know what it looks like, what the games look like, and the price. Now, they really need to show and make it clear the difference between the regular Xbox One and whatever the Scorpio's official name will be. They need to show the same game running side by side, one running on the original Xbox and one on Scorpio. and there had better be a night and day difference, so that it's really noticeable, and that will get people excited. But of course it has to be a reasonable price, and I know it's difficult because from what I hear, there's some really impressive specs. I don't remember it off by heart, but it's going to be significantly more powerful than the PS4 Pro. So yeah, they can't sell it cheap, but you don't want to scare off consumers as well. So I think for $99 would be a good sweet spot. Any higher and you start getting into, well, what else could I be spending my money on territory. If it is sold at $5.99, I reckon I'd be forced to lower the price fairly quickly after it launches, because I don't think people will be willing to spend that much on a console. Now for the games, now of course you can have all the powerful specs you want, but you also need the games, of course. Now they need their exclusives back. As I said last year when they announced the Play Anywhere thing, where not only Xbox games, I think it's first party only, I'm not sure, released on both Xbox One and PC, and not only that, you can play online cross-platform as well. So yeah, this model is good for gamers, but it doesn't make any business sense for Microsoft, because if you have a PC, you virtually have no reason to get an Xbox One. So it seems like really shut off a potential market there. And of course exclusives are the reason you get a console. Now, Halo and Gears of War don't have the same pull as they once did, so I hope to see some announcements of new IPs that will be Xbox One exclusive, and bloody stay exclusive, and don't move to PC like 6 months after release or something like that. So yeah, if they announce a slew of new IPs as well as a reasonable Scorpio price, and be like, we have all these great looking new games, you can play them on our new console, and see the difference between the Scorpio and the Xbox One version, that would send a strong message, and I think will really move sales. Of course it would send a stronger message if there were Scorpio exclusives, but they already promised they wouldn't do that, and I do hope they keep to that. So yeah, that's pretty much it. That's pretty much all my thoughts. Thanks for listening, and let me know what you think, what you're hoping for. And yeah, I should see you next week with another Early Access Spotlight. So see you then.